On the docket tonight in Green Bay, Wisconsin, Taylor Schabusiness is accused of having sex with a man, then dismembering him and leaving his head in a bucket in his mother's basement. We have a preview of the trial.
Stop it. Stop it.
There was pounding on the door. Bang, bang, bang.
He said that we'd seen his face and there was no way that he could ever let us go.
I survived because I'm a born fighter.
I Survived. Tonight, 10/9 Central on Court TV.
A neighborhood dispute spirals out of control, leaving one man dead and another on trial for his freedom.
He thought he was a monster.
Danny had enough.
Someone They Knew with Tamron Hall. Tomorrow, 7/6 Central on Court TV.
Around 3:25 a.m. on February 23rd, police responded to a call from a woman saying she had found her son's severed head in a bucket in the basement of her Green Bay, Wisconsin home. Officers were dispatched to the home where they discovered the gruesome scene. A severed head in a bucket with a disembodied male organ and knives, blood on a nearby mattress, and other body parts, including a torso in bags. The last person to see the victim was 24-year-old Taylor Schabusiness. The criminal complaint states Schabusiness told police she and the victim were smoking methamphetamine, having sex involving strangulation in chains when she, quote, went crazy and choked him to death. Schabusiness told police she then performed sex acts on the body before dismembering it. The complaint says Schabusiness told police they were going to have fun trying to find all the organs. Taylor Schabusiness is now charged with first-degree intentional homicide, mutilating a corpse, and third-degree sexual assault. She faces life in prison if convicted.
On the docket tonight, Wisconsin versus Taylor Schabusiness, a woman accused of first-degree intentional homicide, mutilating corpse, and third-degree sexual assault. Now, on February 14th, she attended a hearing to determine if she was competent enough to stand trial, and before the judge was able to make a ruling, well, this happened.
Taylor Schabusiness, the woman accused of killing a man, violently attacked her own attorney during a competency hearing. Just prior to the attack, the judge had postponed her trial until May 15th. She's accused of killing a man last year in his Green Bay home and later dismembering his body. She's charged with first-degree intentional homicide, mutilating a corpse, and third-degree sexual assault. During the competency hearing, Schabusiness's attorney asked for the trial to be adjourned because a doctor who had evaluated Schabusiness was unable to attend the hearing. The judge agreed to push back the trial until the middle of May, at which point Schabusiness attacked her own attorney, as seen in this stunning video.
Stop it. Stop it.
Officers restrained her and removed her from the courtroom. The judge ultimately decided to reschedule the competency hearing to March 6th. In Green Bay, Noelle Friel, NBC 26.
Now, on March 6th, she was back in court, this time with 3 deputies standing by her, and after making it through that hearing with no serious emotional outburst, the judge ruled her mentally capable enough to participate in her own trial. Let's bring in the think tank to hear our thoughts on Taylor Schabusiness. Al Wunsch III, Daryl Crossland, and Jennifer Branstad with us. Jennifer, this case seems, you know, this is the old-fashioned way. This is not Lori Vallow Daybell. This is, there's a lot of evidence here. This,
I would say so.
This is a little different ballgame. Overall thoughts on this? I mean, it's just, it's hard to think about what happened.
Hard to believe that she's not guilty. When you see what went on in that courtroom, I mean, she's scary, and I wouldn't want to be her attorney. I wonder, Darnell always talks about the people he represents. I'm waiting for him to chime in to say that he's been attacked like this in the courtroom. I hope not, for his sake.
Yeah, Darnell, what about a defense here? Temporary insanity? I don't know that they're going that route. It's very difficult. What do you do?
Well, first of all, so the idea was the lawyer made continuance or adjournment motion because he needed the doctor to be there to give some flowery, some technical reasons why this woman is either incompetent or competent, probably incompetent. And so the lawyer made a motion to continue the stuff. And the client, Miss Schabusiness, is like, I got this. I am crazy as hell. Let me show you. And so she just took the matter in her own hands and said, why wait for the doctor? So that's what happened with that. But in terms of the trial itself, and I don't really think you have to. There's an idea that if you're mentally incompetent, like the McNaughton test, you didn't know right from wrong. But then it could be a temporary sense of incompetence, of insanity, because they were both using methamphetamines. So it seemed like the person that was on methamphetamines that day who caused all of this destruction is probably not her normal self, right? So she probably is a drug addict and goes in and out of mental health issues or is exacerbated by drugs. So I think that's going to be the angle they have to take, that she was really under, just like with the woman who's using alcohol and then she has sex, they said she couldn't form intent or consent. So I think that's the space they're going to be living in as opposed to your traditional mental health space.
She did say that to investigators out of the gate, Al, but it's not an excuse, is it? I was high on meth. That's why I did this. That's a problem legally.
No, but the punishment is different.
Fair enough. Al, weigh in.
The punishment is different. Okay. Now I know why these people attack Darnell in the courtroom. But bottom line is this. I mean, I actually have been attacked in the courtroom, not as a defense attorney, but twice as a prosecutor.
Really?
I had
Did they get to you?
Yeah. But one came after me. He ended up going in. He ended up being found not guilty by reason of insanity and ended up going into a mental ward for a couple of years. He attacked me in the middle of a courtroom while I was basically just arraigning. And then I was attacked by a witness during a cross-examination. So, I mean, I know what it's like to be attacked in the courtroom. It is not a very pleasant thing because, as you can see, there's a lot of tables and a lot of very sharp edges. And when you go down and you're not expecting to be tackled, you go down like a ton of bricks. That's why I don't understand why that poor police officer was wrestling with her for like 35 seconds before I even saw another person come into the courtroom. Generally, what ends up happening is that all these judges have a panic button underneath their bench, and they push that button. And as a judge once told me, that guarantees that they'll get help there while the body is still warm, meaning the judge, from being killed by a defendant. But in this instance, I didn't see anyone come to this poor guy's aid, which is a very scary thought. And then the next time they had 3 people there. Why wouldn't they have had prior, a proper protection in there at that point in time? It's a very strange scenario. But this is a weird case, another weird one. And I mean, I don't know really where this one's going, but I know one place she's not going to be going. She's not going to be leaving that jailhouse anytime soon, except in shackles and going to a penitentiary. So that's, I can guarantee you on that one.
Yeah, not going home.
No doubt.
On behalf of the defendant, mind your business out.
That's right.
We better take a break as we look ahead. Jury selection set to begin in July, July 21st. Opening statements expected the following Monday on July 24th. We'll keep our eye on it. Think tank sticking around. Coming up next on Closing Arguments.